Hello there. Oh, I wasn't sure when you were popping around. Thanks for coming over. Oh, can I get you anything?
No, I'm fine. What are you doing?
I read on Facebook this morning someone had a lovely idea of a teddy bear hunt. They thought if you put them out on the window, then there was a lovely opportunity for kids to come and spot them. Because they can't go to the playground, you know. So I kept a few of your old teddies. I fished them out just in case, we have grandkids.
Really, Mom?
I wasn't picking on you. I offered them to Steph when she had Oliver, and she didn't want them, and Tim's kids don't want for anything, so I guess some dusty old teddies won't come to very much.
I guess so. They're probably getting a bit old for teddies anyway. Last time I saw Thea, she was all into Minecraft. Barely looked up from the computer the whole time I was there.
Well, things are a little bit different since you were kids. Is this one of yours?
No, I think it was Steph's. Bub Love, she called it.
Bub Love.
Well, she got it when she was 2. Remember how she used to line all of her bears up for treatment in the hospital ward? I reckon Bub Love had more than its share of broken limbs over the years.
That's right. She'd take over the whole lounge room like an emergency ward. I always knew she was going to be a nurse, a mother's instinct, I think.
I guess so. She's earning her money at the moment. Not many cases through their hospital, but she said they've stepped up all of their infection control protocols. She said they're clearing beds on her ward in case there's an overflow of patients needing treatment. It's frightening.
Isn't it? If they hadn't let those people off the ship, we wouldn't be in the situation.
It's hard to say, isn't it? It's so infectious. Look what's happened in India.
I've never seen anything like it. Oh, everyone must be so worried over there. I'm glad we're away from it. Are you sure I can't get you anything?
No, I'm really fine. I can't stay long today. I've got to get to the hairdressers.
Oh yes, there's rumours they'll be closing too. What are you getting done?
Just a trim. And I'm hoping for a colour touch-up, but I'm a little confused about the time thing. They said something about only half an hour, and I'm not sure they'll be able to do colour in that time.
Well, you can always get a box of colour from the supermarket. You used to do that when you were a teenager, remember?
I used to dye half my forehead brown as well. I remember. You would be yelling at me for making a mess, and I would be scrubbing at my face and hands before school the next day, and I don't think I could do it now. Too much hair dye trauma.
Well, see how you feel 4 weeks from now. Are there any greys there yet?
I like to keep my secrets, thanks, Mum. Do you want me to book you an appointment in case it closes down? I could take you on the weekend if you wanted.
I'll be all right. I'll muddle through. It won't be that long, surely.
Okay. Is there anything else you need a hand with before I take off?
I'm okay. You get going.
You sure, Mum? Are you okay?
I'll be all right. I'm just a silly old lady. Look at me, teddy bears in the window, like they make a difference.
Mum?
You know what I keep thinking? Over the last 6 months, I was at the hospital with your father every day. And from what Steph's saying, they're not even allowing people to visit their relatives now in the hospital.
I know it's hard. You must miss her.
Of course I do, but it's more than that. It's so confusing.
What?
Well, there's a part of me that's glad he died when he did, before all this. And I hate myself for thinking it, because there's a part of me that would give anything to have him here now.
Oh, Mum, I didn't know.
It's just, I keep thinking about what it would have felt like if they'd isolated him during his treatment and he didn't get to say goodbye when he died.
You know, he was worried about you before he died. Every time I'd visit him, he'd grab my hand and say, "Can you make sure you visit Mum once I'm gone? She's never lived alone before. You make sure you're there for her." And I would say, yes, of course, but really I couldn't imagine him gone. And even when he was so sick that he was struggling to breathe, I kept telling myself he'd bounce back. Denial, I guess.
I knew he was going. I thought I'd accepted it. Since all this virus stuff has started up and the intensive care patients are on the news every night, I'm starting to feel it all over again. I wake up every morning thinking of him, and I think all day until I go to sleep.
I don't know what to say, Mum. I've never lost someone before him. You're coping okay.
It's just that I've been alive for several years and I've never seen anything like this. Nothing like this. Shutdowns. Lockdowns of schools. I've never seen it. They're closing down the churches. They're closing down my exercise classes. What am I supposed to do? I'm just going to stay at home and think of what I've lost.
I know. We're all scared. No one knows what's coming. When I was talking to Tim the other day, he said that Noah was really freaking out and he and Kerry didn't know how to reassure him. It's like all the guardrails that kept life safe just suddenly vanished. Mom, we'll be okay. We'll look after each other.
I suppose so. Who's this then?
Oh! This is one of mine. A Christmas present. I can't remember who gave it to me. Auntie Anne maybe? But I remember Dad named him. I remember showing him and he said, "What are you going to call it?" And I couldn't think of anything, so I said, "You can name him."
Do you remember what he called it?
You'll laugh. Grinnin'.
Grinnin'?
Yeah. Terrible dad joke. Grinnin', bear it. I miss him too, Mom.
We're less of a family now, aren't we, without him?
I don't know. Hope not. Oh! I got the loo rolls you asked for. Do you want me to put them away somewhere?
Oh, yes, that's right.
What's wrong?
Well, I won't be needing those because I've actually, I bought some before the panic. I just needed a reason for you to come and visit.
Mom.
Kathy, I'm so lonely. I have my legs, my arms, my brains, they all work fine. I just needed you to run errands for me, and I don't need you to.
You've always been there for me when I needed you. I don't know if I've ever thought... I guess I've never thought about loneliness before, and I've never thought about how hard it must be without Dad here. I've been caught up in thinking about how all this COVID stuff will affect work, and what I need to buy before lockdown, and how Tim's kids are coping without school on, and... Mom, I'm sorry. I should have realised.
It's okay, love. I'm a bit overwrought by it all, but... grin and bear it. Oh, you better get to your hairdressing appointment.
Oh, goodness, yes. But why don't I stop by after work tomorrow? I'll have time for a cup of tea.
That'd be lovely, darling.
All right, bye, Mum.
Bye.
Take care.
Grin and bear it, hey? Oh, my love. I miss you.